What's up, gang? Hey, man, I got another banger. Like always, make sure you watch this one to the very end because I got a ton of gold nuggets. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you tell somebody who needs to hear this ASAP so that they can start getting up on this sauce. And if you haven't done so already, jump into the CLG community 7-day free trial. Link is in the comments. Link is in the description. Jump in, lock in, get the information that you need, grow, and become elite sooner rather than later. And without further ado, let's just jump right into this video.
I just found out that women's testosterone peaks at the peak of our ovulation. So the highest our testosterone ever is at the top of our ovulation when we are ready to go, when the guys are looking delicious. You know what I mean. Men feel that 24/7 but times 10. Psh, that's why they are the way that they are. I'm not saying that means they should be able to cheat and whatever. We are emotional creatures. That doesn't give us the right to be emotionally unstable. Some of us need to work on that. Just saying.
Man, I've been telling you guys this since the beginning of the channel. They've shown so many studies where if women, added testosterone to themselves, like those bodybuilder women, they fuck a lot. You know what I mean? They have a lot of sex. They have a lot of sex. And the reason why is because they inject testosterone inside themselves in order to get bigger. And they get extremely horny. Men naturally walk around with way more testosterone than women. Naturally. Like, a dude with low testosterone at like 300, you know what I mean? That's a guy considered with low testosterone. I think women walk around like 35 or something like that. I don't even know their numbers. But it's a lot lower than men's. You know what I mean? A man can go as high as a couple thousand. I mean, they have people that said that some men have been at 7,000. You know what I mean? And testosterone is the sex drug, right? I mean, it is the sex hormone. You know what I mean? It is the hormone that gets you going, that makes you want to, attack, that makes you want to hunt, that makes you want to have sex, things like that. But, you know what I mean? Women don't give, like this lady talking, they don't care about men's struggles, bro. A lot of them, they don't care. You know what I mean? She's still gonna go out there and turn down 1,000 men. She only talking about the men that she really, really rocking with, that's cracking her every day. And she just trying to make an excuse for why she in a situationship because she ran through hoe with a guy that she trying to fall in love with. You know what I mean? So when she get to the internet and start acting like she understand men, a lot of the times it's because they're not being taken serious by a guy that they want that guy to take them serious and marry them and stuff like that. So that's usually what that is with them. Another thing too that I wanted to break down is as men, stop listening to women, bro. Like she said in the thing, like, he's like, oh, they have way more testosterone than us, that's why they act like how they act. Oh, but that doesn't mean that they're allowed to cheat. Bro, what are you talking about? Like, what makes a woman think that she can give a man permission to do anything? Like, why do women, like, in their heads, why do they believe, like, they can give men any type of permission to do whatever? I was doing this analogy on a one-on-one with one of the top guys in the CLG. He's on the quieter side. He's not as active, but solid dude. We do a bunch of one-on-ones together. Y'all should check his one-on-ones out. If you know, you know. But we was talking. And one of the analogies that I brought up was, imagine if a predator, you ever seen the movie Alien vs. Predator? The predator with the teeth and the dreads, and basically he can go invisible, like the ultimate predator, apex predator. He can kill any human at any given time. Nobody can really stop this guy, you know what I mean? But imagine if a predator came to Earth and knowing his power, right? Knowing what he can do to humans, knowing that no human can stop him. Imagine him submitting to humans. Think about that. Like, really think this through. Because this is essentially what guys do when they submit to women. Is a predator comes to this earth. Nobody can kill this predator. Bullets can't kill him. He can go invisible. He can kill any human that he wants whenever he wants to. Imagine him coming to earth, not knowing his power, and then the human say, hey, wash my car. Hey, do my dishes. You know what I mean? Hey, cut the yard. And he just be like, okay, master, okay, master, okay, master. And he essentially becomes a bitch. Well, first and foremost, you're going to lose respect for that predator. You're also going to lose respect for that predator's power. And you're also going, a lot of the times, and humans naturally do this, is even though that predator is way more powerful than you, you're going to start talking crazy to that predator. Didn't I tell you to cut the grass? Why you didn't cut the grass on time? Look at this, look at it. You start getting, and the more time that this predator just allows you to talk to them crazy, it's just human nature. You're going to keep becoming more and more extreme with somebody or something that is actually can kill you in a blink of an eye. This is essentially what happens when women control men. The man is bigger, the man is stronger, the man is more powerful. There is nothing a woman can do if a man lost control. There is nothing she can do. You feel me? Like, unless she has a gun and she can get to that gun, she can't do really much of anything with a man. The man is essentially the predator. So it looks weird when the woman tells the man what to do. It doesn't even make any sense. Now, can she try to tell you? Yes. But going back to the predator analogy, if the predator said, all of you guys, all of you men in this community, bring your wives out here, I'm going to fuck on them. And the men is like, no, we're not. We're just going to stand up. And the predator just looked them dead in the eye. Bring your wife or else. There is no more negotiation. There is nothing they can do to this predator. They can go to war and he can probably kill them all. And he probably will. And then he's going to get the wives anyways. So at the end of the day, his word stands. He doesn't have to manipulate. He doesn't have to play games with her or with these people. He doesn't have to negotiate with these people. The reason why he doesn't have to negotiate with these people, because if all else fails, all of you guys can die within a blink of an eye. There isn't much you can do with me. I can turn invisible. You can't even see me. You just see bodies dropping. You seen the movie Predator vs. Alien? And if you haven't, looked it up, watch some clips, you'll know what I'm talking about. This thing can turn invisible. It's already more powerful than every human on the planet. It can also go invisible. You get what I'm trying to say? So there is no negotiation. What you gonna say? We need to stand up against the What you gonna do? What are you gonna do? That's how the U.S. got power. The U.S. built a very powerful army. And guess what? When the other countries started talking crazy, the U.S. be like, hey, don't make us send our army in there. Y'all can talk all y'all want to, but after a while, we just gonna send our army in there. Then what? You understand where I'm coming from? So that's the same thing when you guys are submitting to a woman. It doesn't make any logical sense because you're essentially submitting to somebody that truly doesn't really have any power. If you allow a woman to play manipulative games with you, you're submitting to somebody that, and you submit. What I mean by submit is like you go with her lead. You're essentially submitting to somebody who does not have any authority or power over you. So even this girl saying that doesn't mean men can't cheat. Who are you? If I wanted to slang some dick, who gonna stop me? Who's gonna stop me? You feel me? If I want to fuck some hoes on the side, who's gonna stop me? Now, I will tell you this. The only person that will stop you is the media and access to poor information and not being in CLG. And I'm going to be honest with you right here because I was just out with my homeboy, the Jewish lover boy. He's getting better. We actually did some sets together. Got some good numbers. He's less aggressive. He's not pulling girls no more. The sets are going better. He's actually been listening to me more, and his percentage has actually increased. So he's actually been getting a lot more pussy. He's been pulling off threesomes, things like that. So here's the thing. He didn't know that. I knew this already because I already hung out with some of these influencers. These little guys, they walk around with their little Ray-Ban glasses. They approach women, stuff like that. Now, I know a lot of these influencers. That's all they do. They wake up every morning. They hit on girls all day long. And a lot of them talk to thousands of girls and they don't get no pussy. Like zero. Like that's all they do. They wake up every single morning. They talk to girls, talk to girls, talk to girls, talk to girls. They never get laid. Like, pretty much never. You feel me? Like, that's what they do. And it's crazy. Like, I can go out. I don't even go out that much because I've been working so much. I got video editing. I got my main business. I got this. I got to make these videos. I got to do. I don't even go out as much as I used to. And I'll see a girl that I like. And I can end up hooking up with her either right on the spot or shortly after that. You get what I'm trying to say? But these guys, he ran into a guy with 1.6 million followers on Instagram. The guy makes between 10, sometimes he makes 20K a month. But most of the times he makes like 10K a month. And all he does is film himself approaching women, approaching women, approaching women, approaching women. And he's not a bad looking guy. You know, he sounds super confident when he talks to these women, when he's approaching them and things like that. So nothing's wrong with the guy. But here's the thing. The Jewish lover boy was like, man, the guy wanted to be my friend because he has all of this clout. He walks into restaurants, they give him food for free because it's like, oh, post this on your story. They follow his story, whatever the case is. And he gets food for free. He gets all of this stuff. He has clout in the area. And he wanted to be friends with the Jewish lover boy because he's getting no pussy. So the Jewish lover boy didn't even understand this. He said, this dude got 1.6 million followers on Instagram. Some of his videos get 53 million views. He approaches women all the time, nonstop, every day, has his own crib, has his own car, has everything. But he's like, the Jewish lover boy couldn't understand. How does he not fuck nothing? It doesn't make any sense. How is he not getting any pussy? Like, it blew the Jewish lover boy's brain because it just doesn't make sense to him. He was like, why would you do that many approaches and not get laid? And you got money, you got clout, you got your own spot, you got your own car. You know what I mean? Because $10,000 a month is a lot to the Jewish boy because he never made it. $3,000. The Jewish lover boy said, if I can make $3,000 a month, I feel like I'm rich. You get what I'm trying to say? It's a lot to him because he's never, you know what I mean? He's never seen that type of money. So he was like, how is he so rich? He calls it rich when the guy makes $10,000 a month. How is he so rich and he doesn't get pussy? And I told him straight up. I said, because I've been clearing $10,000 a month since I graduated college. Like, I did a college pro painter's business, and then when I jumped into the car business, 6 months into it, I was 10K. I sucked for 6 months. I ain't gonna lie, but I'm a very determined person. And like, you know what I mean? Like, if I see somebody making money, I'm gonna figure out how to make money. I'm gonna ask questions. I put my pride and ego to the side. I'm gonna figure it out. So 6 months in, I was making 10K plus a month. At probably 22. So I understand it. Like, it sounds like a lot of money, but it ain't. Like, you know what I mean? Like after taxes, after all this shit, after everybody trying to get it, after, you know what I mean? It's not as much as people think it is, but whatever. To him, it's rich, right? And it depends on how it's managed and stuff like that. That's why I in the CLG community, I put the money management section in there because that's super, super, super important. You got to learn how to manage, you know what I mean? But let's just put it like this. Even if you were to save $8,000 a month, even if you were to save $8,000 a month, that's about $100,000 a year, right? It will take you 10 years of saving just to save $1 million. So I just want to get your head wrapped around real money, because there's all these guys acting like they got money and all this shit like this, and they so rich and blah blah blah, bro. Even if you was all the money is at the top 1%. They got all the money. They got the rest of the world fighting for crumbs. If you really saw like the breakdown of wealth, you'll realize that the real problem is the top 1%. They basically hoarding all the money and everybody else is fighting for crumbs. You feel me? So it's like and a lot of these guys is capping. A lot of these guys ain't making no fucking 100K a month or whatever. They probably had 1 month where they made 100K. I know these YouTube guys. They probably had 1 month that they made 100K. And then they run around and say they make 100K a month as if they make that every single month. They probably made 1 month 100K, then they went all the way down to like 10, 11, you know what I mean? Back around 8 and shit like that. But then they just brag about that one time they made 100K. Bro, making 100K in one time, that ain't shit. You feel me? Like it sounds like a lot of money, but in all actuality, it's not real. People can lie about so many things, especially guys on the internet. And that's what I was trying to tell the Jewish lover boy. I was like, because it blew his mind. He's like, this guy has so many followers. He makes so much money. He has a car. He has a house. And how does he not get laid? Like, it blew his mind. But I was trying to tell him, like, a lot of these niggas is fake, bro. Like I know these guys for real. They not like that. Like, they really aren't. Like, I don't know what else to tell you. Like, it's just fake. You know what I mean? They just burn through leads, bro. And it's so bad that they don't get no pussy. They were worse than me in the car business. At least in the car business, I'll get like a few sales. Like, I was getting like 8 sales a month or something, right? When I sucked. These niggas ain't getting no pussy. And Miami is very competitive. I'm not gonna lie. Miami is very, 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 very tough. The Jewish lover boy. Now, I can pull it off in Miami just because I stick to the process so well and I understand women. So this crazy ass stuff, like just what happens to the Jewish lover boy doesn't happen to me. But we were out. He talked to a chick. The chick was feeling him. She was all over him. He got her number. She called him because she was dropping off her homegirl. Her homegirl was going to see her boyfriend. So she called him after she dropped off her homegirl. And then she said, she called him and said, hey, meet me at this bar. Meet me at this bar. Me personally, I told him not to do it, but he don't listen to me. I said, hey, if a girl tell you to meet her somewhere, 9 times out of 10, it's not a good look. It's better for you to tell her, nah, I'm over here. Shit, come through after. Or you feel me? Or come to where I'm at. You know what I mean? But, you know, he don't give a fuck. He do his own thing. So he went and met her at the bar. This chick, this is how fucking crazy women are, bro. And this is why I try to tell you. When you in the field, you have to be able to understand women so nothing fucks with you mentally. Like, you have to keep a strong mind because women will break you. Like, they're really bad people and they act like they're not. And that's the trick. The trick is they're horrible people and they act like they're not. But she calls this guy and we with some other chicks. And I got the number from the other chick and she texted me back or whatever the case is. So we with some other chicks. And he picks up the phone call for this chick. And she's like, meet me at this bar. And he's like, oh, we got to go to this bar. We got to go to this bar. So then I got the number from my chick, gave her a hug, whatever the case is. Then we walked over to that bar for him for his chick. Let me tell you how his chick was at that bar. She called him and told him to come to the bar. And she was with another random chunky guy sitting at his table. So the Jewish lover boy, he don't give a fuck. Like, he you know what I mean? He don't give a fuck. So he walks up to the table. He taps her on the shoulder. He said, hey, come with me. She looks at him and brushes him off. And he gave her a look like, what? Why the fuck you call me? Like, what the fuck? He's like, why did you call me to come here? And then she said, I'm with a friend. Bye. She did this in front of him. Like, yeah, bye. And I'm like, what? White girl, little white girl, blonde hair, blue eyes, whatever the case is. And I'm like, what the fuck? And I witnessed the interaction when he first met her earlier that night, and she was all over the guy. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so I'm like, how quick this bitch switched up. You feel me? And she with this heavy set, you know, Middle Eastern motherfucker, whatever the case is. And the guy ain't saying nothing. The guy pure CLG. You know what I mean? The guy had 2 other bitches around him and they was leaving. So he hugged those 2 girls and he was like, oh, we going home now. And the 2 bitches that was around him, one of them was bad as fuck. So the girl, she was alone because she dropped her friend off to her boyfriend. She saw this guy. She sat at his table. It wasn't a real table like he actually paid for a table. He just eating. It was a place it's a bar, but like it was food too. So he just got drinks eating. And one bitch was all right, but another bad bitch was next to him. But those are just like his friends. Like he not fucking those bitches. But this bitch just seen those girls next to him and automatically brought his power up. And I knew that those girls wasn't fucking him because the baddest bitch, when she got up from his table and she was like, oh, we going home now. He didn't even go for a hug. Like he was gonna go for a hug, but he just gave her like a dap. Like he not fucking her. Like you can tell, like he didn't even know how to touch the bitch. Like, you know what I mean? Because one of the bitches was bad as fuck. And then she didn't even go for a hug. She just gave him like a little dap. She's like, oh yeah, bye. You know what I mean? And the other one gave him just a wave and then walked off. Like, he not fucking those bitches. But the little white bitch, because the guy was a quieter guy. He was more reserved. He didn't say much. Even when the Jewish lover boy was trying to touch the girl and tell her to come, he stayed chill the whole time. You feel me? He didn't even move. He didn't say nothing to the... Then the Jewish lover boy, he made the worst mistake. He dapped up the heavy guy that's basically taking his bitch. And once you give this nigga validation, I mean, the Jewish lover boy, he makes a shit ton of mistakes. The thing about the Jewish lover boy is he takes a shit ton of volume. He's not as talented as me. Like, I talk to way less girls and fuck way more than him. But he takes a shit ton of volume. And he makes a ton of fucking mistakes. He just doesn't, like, I teach him stuff. He getting better. But he's still a kid. Like, you know what I mean? He's 24. He trying to, you know what I mean? He moved to the beat of his own drum. Let's put it like that. You can get this nigga the playbook. He's still gonna move to the beat of his own drum because he think what he doing is right. But he don't know that these little mistakes, they add up in the bitch's mind. But whatever the case is. So he daps up the guy that ain't even fucking, the guy didn't acknowledge him. The guy didn't do shit. So the guy even look at him like, give him a dap and then chill. The guy, bro, I swear to God, this guy didn't say one word. And then he asked the white girl again. He said, come, like, what are you doing? Like, why you here? Just come with me. She said, bye. She gave him she said, bye. And I'm watching the whole interaction. I'm like, that's some cold shit. Because I just seen this bitch all on him, gave the number, called him. He didn't call her. She called him. And she was like, hey, I'm at this bar, come through. So he like, what the fuck? So he walking away and he texted her. He said, don't ever call me again, you stupid bitch. That's what he wrote to her. He said, look what I texted her. I said, bro, don't get emotional about this shit. But I said, I do feel your pain. You feel me? I do understand where you coming from. You know what I mean? I did tell you not to go to her. I said that before. I said, hey, bro, don't go to her. Tell her to come to you. He's like, no, it's close. Let's just go. Let's just go. She told me come. Let's go. I'm gonna fuck. I might fuck this bitch. You never know. So I'm like, all right, whatever, bro. Do your fucking thing. That shit happens. So Miami is tough. You feel me? Because what happens is these bitches get hit on a lot. So they kind of like immune to it in a sense. You feel me? Like, these Miami niggas, that's all they do is just hit on bitches all day long. Like, a bitch will get approached like a million times down in the Miami area. You feel me? And that's why bitches like it. Because they love the attention. Like I told you, that bad bitch was like, oh, the guys here are so aggressive and da-da-da. I'm finna walk away from my job that pays me $130,000 a year, not have a job, just to move down to Miami, just because I love, like, in so many words, just because she loves the attention that the guys are so aggressive. Because she was living in Indiana and the guys don't, you know those pussy states. Indiana ain't a pussy state, but when you live in, because Gary, Indiana, it get active. But what I'm trying to say is, like, when you live in a boring ass state where guys don't approach women, like, they hate those states because they like low key, they want to be approached, but they act like they don't. It's the weirdest fucking thing in the world. So a lot of women like Miami, but you gotta be highly skilled to be good down here because the bitches is so immune. That's how come anytime I go to any other state, like I go to Minnesota, like, motherfucker, it's like shooting fish in a barrel. Like, you know what I mean? Them bitches ain't used to getting approached, all types of shit, and they batter. It was just crazy. Or I'll go to like any of these other states, I be fucking all the time, and I don't even approach that much because I'm picky. But it's but I still fucking Miami a lot too. But it's just like, but that's just because I got the process down pack and I don't really make many mistakes. You feel me? Even people with the process, even the Jewish lover boy, he makes a lot of mistakes. I've seen people with the process and they just make a shit ton of mistakes. But I allow them to grow through their growing pains. Because the main thing is taking the volume. And then once you start figuring it out yourself, you have the process. Like, you can give a guy the game plan, which I do in the CLG community. It's a 7-day free trial. Jump in, learn the process, learn everything. You can give a guy the game plan, and it still takes him a while to really digest it and really internalize it and really understand why they have to do what they have to do with these chicks. Why they have to use these text scripts. Why they have to do it this way. Why they have to, like, once they truly understand it, which I try to keep giving them more and more information until it really starts to make sense. Once they truly understand the shit, then it makes more sense. Oh, this is the motorcycle guy. This nigga always coming up here with this little raggedy asshole. So at the end of the day, it's people that can have the process and still not be successful because they haven't truly internalized it yet. And they make a bunch of mistakes in real life with bitches. You feel me? Like, they make a ton of mistakes in real life with women. and they don't even know they're making mistakes, or they acting like they're not making mistakes, or whatever the case is. But if you truly stick to that script and you truly follow the process with every single chick that you talk to, and you truly can master the 80-20 and, you know what I mean, intrigue her mind and things like that, you're not going to get every chick. I don't know a guy alive that can do 100%. But if you can stick to it, even after you got rejected, if you can stick to it, over time, you will clap more pussy. You will clap more pussy than your friends. You will clap more pussy than the homeboys. You will clap more pussy than a guy with 1.6 million fucking followers on Instagram. You'll crack more pussy than all these motherfucking guys, bro. You'll crack more pussy than the Jewish lover. Probably not the Jewish lover boy, just because he takes so much volume. The Jewish lover boy, that he wakes up hitting on bitches. Like, I met him at like 10 p.m., 11 p.m. last night. But he was showing me videos earlier that day because he's starting to try to film content with glasses too. That nigga was out since 10 a.m. that yesterday at the beach and I'm like, damn, is you fucking none of the bitches? Like, no, none of them fuck. Like, this dude literally would talk to like fucking 50 girls a day. You feel me? Even during my hard 30, I probably was talking to like less than 5 girls a day. Like during the hard 30, I was breaking down every single fucking interaction. That nigga talks to 50 plus girls a day and zero pussy. Like he approaches everything. When I say no approach anxiety, it's zero. He has none. Anything he sees, he approaches. It was so crazy that we approached this badass bitch. And, he approached her, whatever, got her Instagram. And he was like, oh shit, I already talked to this bitch. And it would show previous messages of him already messaging her on Instagram. And then he approached another chick. And then he was like, oh shit, I already followed this bitch on Instagram. And then previous messages of him messaging her on Instagram. Now, she didn't want to link up. She didn't want to do nothing. You know what I mean? The messages died down. But he approached it so much that he walked up to 2 random bitches yesterday. This is Tuesday. It's slow as dead and nobody really outside. 2 random bitches. And both of them bitches, he already was talking to them from the past. Like a few months ago, whatever case. It happens to him a lot. He talks to so many bitches that he'll walk up to a bitch. He'll get an Instagram. He'll be like, damn, I already was talking to this girl. Sometimes the girls be from a different fucking city, like a whole different fucking state. And he'd be like, damn, I was already talking to this girl. He was like, this is so crazy. She said she was from Georgia, but it shows that I was already talking to her. He talks to everybody. You understand where I'm coming from? But he has to be high volume because his skill is not the best. I can be low volume, but when I first started out, I was high volume. So I always tell people, when you first start out, because even with the process, it doesn't internal, like, you still have to fight like your emotional instincts when you're in front of a bad bitch. You feel me? I can fight that because I done been in front of so many bad bitches. I done already fucked all these hoes. I done fucked a bitch like her or somebody hide her. It don't bother me. Nothing they do, say, nothing bothers me. You know, nothing bothers me with these bitches. So to me, it's already internalized for the most part. Even rejection, I handle it very well. I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? For the most part. But for a new guy, I can see, even with the process, why they will struggle until they become elite. You know what I mean? And a lot of guys, they hit me up in my DMs and they be like, yeah, man, when I first joined the CLG, like, yeah, man, for the first few months, it wasn't clicking. But then they be like, but now, bro, it all makes sense. And then they'll send me pictures after pictures after pictures, and like real pictures, like low-key porn, like to let me know, like, look at the bitches I'm fucking now. Like, look, like you'll see him clapping the bitch. Now, they send it to my DMs or whatever the case is, and they'll send me snippets because you can't send, like, really big videos. But they'll send it to me, and they be like, this is my life now, bro. Thank you so much. Like, I get messages. I get paragraphs. I get fucking, like, one of the paragraphs that I've read was just so long that, like, it was just, like, but I read it. You know what I mean? And it's just, like, these people, like, they, like, in that community, like, bro, my life is so much changed for the better because what you taught. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, it took me a while, but then when you made one of the videos in the CLG community, like, the one thing that it didn't start making more sense to me, and then once that clicked to me, then my energy changed, and that's when I started clapping. You feel me? It'll be like, because everybody has their own gold nugget that's just really going to take them to the next level. Like, you know what I mean? Everybody has that one gold nugget that at the right time, you know, but you got to be in the field. You got to be talking to women, and you can't give up. You know what I mean? You can't go up, say hi to a couple girls, get a couple numbers, and be like, none of the numbers showed up. Well, how strong was your presence when you talked to her? You feel me? And did you have the time to crack her that day? Did you have the time to do something with her right on the spot? You know what I mean? Because settling for the number ain't good when you could have just cracked her in the moment. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, it was one chicks that we was sitting down. It was bad chicks. It was the first chicks that we approached, right? Bad chicks. And we talking to them. They staying in the conversation, but we both know that they ain't on shit. Like, they playing. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? I didn't even go for the bitch's number. I know she was bullshitting. You feel me? I was trying to crack her on the spot. Like, you feel me? We was trying to, like, I'm like, man, where you living? She's like, over here. I'm like, oh, shit, let's just walk you to your crib. She's like, no. And I'm like, all right, let's just hit this little bar up real quick. Baby said, no, you know, we just chilling. We just do this. I'm like, I'm hitting her with questions, and I'm figuring out her lifestyle, and I'm figuring out what she like to do and shit like that. And the bitch is a certified game player. Like, you know what I mean? Certified game player. Bullshitter. You know what I mean? So once I figure out she a certified bullshitter, certified game player, well, bitch, we ain't got nothing to talk about no more. You know what I mean? My boy trying to chop your girl, whatever the case is. So I stopped talking. Bitch started asking me questions and shit. Because she's a certified game player. She like to play games. You know, bitches be like that and shit. And did some of the compliance tests. She wasn't going for none of them. I said, oh, yeah, this bitch ain't on shit. This bitch. So even, most niggas would have got her number and be like, oh, let me get your number. Bitch, ain't no need to get this bitch number. She full of shit. You feel me? What I need a number for? I could have cracked it. If she was down, she would have cracked right then. You feel me? And that's another thing, too, is having the skills so good that you start even picking up patterns on certain types of bitches. You know what I mean? Now, she was a bad bitch. I ain't gonna lie. But she's a game player. She's a bullshitter. You know what I mean? Just a fucking time-wasting asshole. You know what I mean? Somebody gonna get to her eventually. But this bitch ain't on shit. You know what I mean? And I could tell right away she ain't on shit with me. You feel me? She wasn't on shit with me. She might be on shit with somebody else that's more of her perfect fucking type. You know these bitches write down a list of what the fuck they like and shit. But if I did meet her minimum attraction threshold, would have got that pussy that night. You feel me? Because she didn't really have much to do. She was on vacation. And her friend was on vacation. They didn't really have much to do. It was the ideal setup. But they was bullshitting. You know what I mean? Like, maybe I wasn't the ideal type, whatever the case is. Bullshitting. You feel me? But let me would have been her ideal type and hit her with that goddamn process. I'd have been knee deep in some goddamn pussy that night. You feel me? That day. Knee deep in some pussy. Nothing in the bitch face, all nasty. Spitting on the bitch. Spitting in the mouth. Nasty shit. You feel me? Hit the pussy so good she want to see me the next day. No, I know, bitch. I gotta work. You can't keep seeing me every day, bitch. Hell no. Bitch, I gotta work. I got shit to do. You feel me? I just wanted to see what that pussy felt like. And it was delicious. And it felt great. You got 2 nuts out of me, bitch. That's more than most bitches can get out of me. Some bitches get 3, 4, 5 nuts out of me. That little fucking Dallas chick, I couldn't even keep up with that hoe. I'm talking about I'll just get done nothing. I'm chilling. I'm asleep. She rubbing on it again. Trying to get another one out of me. Start giving me head. God damn, bitch. Like, you trying to kill a nigga? What the fuck? You feel me? Motherfucker done nutted. She done drank the nut. She still sucking my shit. She want the pre-cum. She want the nut after the nut. You feel me? You know when the shit lay on the side, you start dripping still. She want to lick that shit up too and still suck. These little bitches get real freaky nasty, bro. But they get real freaky nasty with the guy that know what he doing. They get real freaky nasty with the guy that really truly understand their nature. Understand that their words mean nothing. I just told you the little Dallas chick said, we can't even be friends. We're broken up. We never got... First of all, I never even dated her in the first place. So I don't know how the fuck I could break up with a bitch I never dated. Or how she can break up with me and never date me. But she started fucking the next night as if she never had that conversation. She acted as if it never happened. Still texting me every day. Still putting letters in my motherfucking shit. Got my baby mama mad. All types of shit. Nigga, shit get real when you become him. You feel me? And I want everybody to become him. That's my whole life goal. And I'm actually doing a bonus Q&A tonight at 9 p.m. So jump into the CLG community 7-day free trial. Jump into the live Q&A call. I'm doing a bonus one tonight because the one from Monday was really, really, really good. But for some reason, I forgot to record it. That was the only one that I forgot to record. So I'm doing a bonus one for the group, and I'm gonna make sure I record that one. So we might bring up some of the stuff from Monday just to get it on record, because there was some really good questions in there. Obviously, we can't remake the one from Monday that I forgot to record, but yeah, man, jump to the CLG community. 7-day free trial. Link is in the comments. Link is in the description. It's only $48 a month after that. Start your journey to become elite sooner rather than later, because at the end of the day, time is going to pass, right? But the thing is, do you want time to pass? Like, let's say a year passes and you're elite and you live in the life that you want and you got all the women that you want, you making money, you got your shit together? Or do you want a year to pass and then you just now getting in CLG? A year later, you just now be like, oh, I'm gonna give it a shot now. You feel me? But now you get in and you start knowing what you don't know. Then you be like, now your journey starting. When you could have just started that shit sooner rather than later and already been enjoying the fruits of your labor. So, lock in, bro. You feel me? Like I said, man, become masculine. Don't be like these guys that's out here talking to 1,000. Bro, that's just a waste of fucking time, in my opinion. Now, they monetizing it, so they're getting something out of it, 10K a month, or whatever the case is, whoop-de-doo. But don't be out here just wasting your fucking time. You know what I mean? Talking to thousands of women. Like, I don't know how, I honestly don't know how these guys keep going. There is no way I can talk to thousands of women and get no pussy. There's no way I can do it. Like, I don't even know how they keep doing it. I mean, I know they're monetizing it and they're putting it on camera and they're making money off of it, but it's a waste of my fucking time talking to that many, going through all of that emotional fucking suffering for no pussy, no reward. What the fuck? Am I a fucking psychopath, a sociopath? What the fuck? Like, I do shit for rewards, nigga. Like, I run a business. I make money with my business. I don't run a business just to be like, hey guys, I run a business, but it makes no money. No, fuck that. You know what I mean? So, like I said, man, I'm going to end it on that note. Jump into CLG, 7-day free trial. All of my work is in there. Nothing is hidden. Everything. Processes, text scripts, everything you need to be elite. And with that being said, I'm out. Peace.